Anybody else? Molia is a barden, even though the word is molia, right? But we hear an emphasis on ah. Exactly. So we could transform that, right? It could sound. We could do that.
Maybe there's
right?
a reason why.
It's closer to what the text is asking. It's certainly not what the editor thought, right? How many of you feel a bar line on two of? Okay, not everybody. Okay, that's a decision you have to make. I hear it. I hear. That's what I hear, at least. Yeah? Cool? Alright, in any case, what I'm trying to say here is, we cannot just conduct this in 4. We have to do something with it. We can acknowledge these accents that we have just recognized through manipulating the pattern, because we could do we could do that, right? But that's not as clear as aligning those elements to a down beat. Okay? So you at the end could produce something like this, which is what I would give my choir. Let's just do this front row. This is Anonymous. He wrote a lot of music.
Really funny.
Really funny.
Oh, goodness.
Really
funny.
This should be a 4, by the way.
Can we hear it again?
No. This should be a 4. It didn't copy correctly. Alright, so let's conduct what I just wrote. Ready? Here we go. Bar distribution, all of a sudden the pattern is really helping us with the phrasing. We're just essentially doing one process. And then on top of it, you can now decide, the first one is going to be mezzo piano, the second one piano. We're going to do a crescendo all the way to whatever, to mezzo forte and then back away. You can do the structure that you want. And all of a sudden, this piece, that's what I received about 25 years ago, becomes your rendition of it. You see? You're not just keeping tempo. There's much more to do than that. Okay? Questions?
I don't understand the numbers. Like 20 or 201, 301.
Those are half notes.
2 half notes,
Just kidding.
6 half notes.
I see. Okay.
It's you twice. David wrote the second D.
I like the 201, kind of 201, and then 601.
No, because the stems aren't attached to the head. Sorry.
600.
Wasting time.
Oh, I just, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Well, that's what I saw it. I was like, what
Thanks,
is
Dobby.
201?
It's almost
What is
pattern, like
601? What
pattern.
is 401? I just don't.
That's the new
Dramatic
pattern.
for me,
We love you.
clearly. Sorry, it's
She could
Friday.
do- That's how we do things here at
Yeah,
SMU.
everybody,
It's a one-over.
She could look at the score
Everybody
and
understands
listen to the
six
recording.
half notes over the four half notes, the two endings,
Back of it
and then
more.
you need two
Oh,
different
that's how you're.
patterns.
Okay, sorry. This is really.
Okay?
Yeah.
Hey, this is my
Hey.
system. You could use trees and houses. I don't care, you know? But what I do care is that when you are up to saying, I like this piece, I want to perform it, you have to sit on the piano, sing every line, and start thinking, is this the best way for this piece to work? And if the answer is no, you are bound to change it. You have to change it, even though that implies not sleeping, which is what I did 2 days ago, rewriting the Gesualdo for concert choir. And it's done. It's a new bar. I didn't change anything that Gesualdo did. I just think I produced a better score. Okay? Cool? Yeah?
Is that why it was? That's why it was right.
No, wasn't the suite?
No.
The Gesualdo we haven't started.
Oh.
We'll start on Tuesday.
What's the text?
Carlo Gesualdo. Ecco morido dunque. Fantastic piece. Right? All right. So this is part of what my wife calls service to music. It's like I don't know. Priests are bound to do certain activities because of their calling. If we are interpreters, this is our calling. Okay? We have to figure out what the music needs, and then once we find out, we have to do it. We have no option. Right? We cannot just say, yeah, I know that I have to do that, but I really don't want to because I want to go surfing. No, then you can't interpret the piece. You cannot do it. All right, so let's talk about something else. I'm sure you know this one.
This piece.
Oh, the most difficult piece.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna do the top.
All right, so this piece,
Do you need an extra?
this piece is going to help me talk about a couple of other
So I might
things.
just jump to that. Because I think both of them did.
The first thing that I want to do is sing the alto part on measure 16. Pick up to 7. Pick up to 17. Let's just sing that melody. Any octave is fine. Ready? And go. That's good. That's good enough. That's good enough. Is that the best way to sing that line?
No.
To me, that was just almost, it was close, not quite, but close to just singing pitches and rhythms. Okay? Can we do, what do you want to hear if you hear this phrase performed by somebody else? What would you want to hear? That's right. And we don't have to agree, but we have to at least understand that it's not just pitches and rhythms. Here we go. And go. Very good, very good. Excellent. Do you hear that now all of a sudden that is not what is written? It becomes something else. It doesn't have to be exactly the same for every single conductor that renders his piece. But we have to identify some kind of personality in the rendering of it. Okay? So, things that you did. When the melody ascends, you usually crescendo. Right? It's natural for us. What did you do on that measure 17 with that half note? Almost everybody did the same thing.
Give it more
Energy into the second one, right? Well, you've heard that in this school for at least the number of years that you've been in it, in any choir that you've been in. Alright? When you have a long note, do something with it. Okay? Usually when we have a half note in the middle that starts on 2 in a 4 pattern, it goes into 3. Why? Anybody?
Because 3 has a bigger stress than 2.
Very good. There is more energy content on 3 than in 2. Okay? So in a 4 pattern, we have, in terms of energy content, 1, 3, 2, and 4 is the weakest. Right? So if a note starts on 2 and it holds, it will probably crescendo into 3. Okay? That's why if a note in Renaissance starts on 4 and goes over the bar line, it usually has a crescendo into 1. And that's where casually everybody uses what? Suspensions. Alright? So on top of that energetic quality in the phrasing, you also have a dissonance that creates energy. Alright? Alright, that's a side. Very good. So, let's see it once again, and now let's conduct it. And by conducting, I mean, let's use the pattern to show a phrase. It's not just a pattern anymore, it's a phrasing tool. Let's try it again. Here we go. And go. You see how well written that melody is, that the measures that he chose are really helping the phrasing to come out. So this could be the best way to notate this melody. Alright? Notice that when you're going into an emphasis of the phrase that goes on 1, it's easy because you have gravity with you. But on measure 17, everybody chose to open up to the side. Not just because 3 is on the side, but it's because it's the other direction that allows you to expand. Cool? Good. So, when you have to render something like this, understand the phrasing that you want to hear, and then use the pattern to get that result. Cool? Alright, another example on the same little piece. Let's just sing the very beginning. Ready? Here we go. More or less what you were doing. Ready? Using the pattern. So how am I using the gesture here? What functions of the gesture am I using? The first one is tempo. Yes? I'm keeping the tempo. What else am I doing with it? What else am I showing? Anybody? I'll do it again. Here we go. Alright, what am I doing? Apart from tempo.
Word stress.
Word stress, so I'm doing some phrasing. What else?
Forward.
Well, you can do word stress sagittally, outside, down, up. You can do it in many ways, but I'm acknowledging a phrasing somehow, right? We've talked about these several times today already. The third one is I'm cueing, right? I'm prepping at the very beginning, and then I'm prepping the bases, and then I'm prepping everybody else, right? So using the pattern to prep what's happening. Certainly, if you conduct in this way, you would be much more musical than 80% of the conductors in the world. All of a sudden. But you don't want to be only in the top 20%. You want to be in the top 0.5. That's what you